Most people think you need millions of dollars to become a real estate developer and get into the ground up business of real estate, but you don't. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 simple steps on how to become a real estate developer, invest in real estate, going ground up in ground up construction with very little to almost no money out of your own pocket, and how to do it so strategically and correctly that you can't miss the boat unless you don't pay attention. Hi, everybody. My name is Jerome Maldonado. Let's buy land, let's build houses today, and let's start right now. One of the biggest mistakes most people make is they sit back waiting for their finances to become perfect before they get into the ground up business of real estate. And because they wait until their finances are perfect, they never get started. There's never the right time to get started. It's similar. I use the example of there's never the right time to get married. There's never the right time to have kids. You just have to make a decision and just do it. And so one of the biggest dilemmas that most people have is the mental cusp that holds them back because of finances and the lack thereof, or at least their mental thought of the lack thereof. Now, any self-made millionaire didn't start with money. So if they didn't start with money, how did they get the money they needed to go out and become self-made? You take a look at people like Oprah. So, well, she just got lucky. She had the right people. Did she really? You take a look at, you go in and you take a look at people that have done it ground up, like myself. People sit back, and now it's easy to look back and say, and critique and say, Jerome, you had the right opportunities. I'm like, holy shit, did I? Because I didn't see those opportunities when I was young. I just kept working. And there was a time that I just remember a mentor in my brain that just kept hitting me going, Jerome, if you just do things consistently long enough, you'll make it, even if it's an accident. He goes, even if you're horrible at what you do, if you just keep doing the same thing long enough, provided that there's money there, right? Like in that industry, you'll make it even if it's an accident. So what I tell you guys is you just have to pay attention to somebody who's already doing it and the path has been paved. Pay close attention to what I'm talking about when I talk about banking and lending, and I talk about the spreadsheets that it takes to be able to get this done. Now, here's the first thing you need. Like, you cannot go in and get lending on these builds with almost no money unless you run through these steps. Okay, now you have to go in and you have to go through what's called the process of entitlement. Okay, process of entitlement. Now, most people are going to sit back and they're going to see, $10,000 to $15,000 worth of expenses here, and they're like, they freak out, like, oh, I got to get my finance right. Calm down. It's only $10,000 to $15,000 worth of financing to get $1 million build out of the ground. Let me show you how. And there's going to be 2 different banks that you're going to need help with. One, you're going to need a national bank, and then you're going to need a local regional bank, a local community bank, a credit union. Okay. Now you have to go through the process of entitlement. One, you got to find a lot. Okay. So when we go out and we find a lot, you're going to have to go in, put anywhere between $1,000 and $5,000 in escrow to be able to tie up that lot. Now, there's what's called hard money, and there's also what's called bridge money, and there's also what's called reserved capital that some of you guys have. But there's also what's called business lines of credit. So there's 4 different ways that we tell people to bridge into these because it's extremely simple. So if you're a new person coming in, I love active income. I created a small concrete company that paid for a lot of this stuff. And here's what I like about construction. So for those of you guys that are young, like if I was starting all over again and I was just starting today, this is what I would do to go out and get the down payment money to do this. Now, in the world of construction, they typically is a 50% down payment and then 50% upon completion. There's 3 businesses in the trade industry that I like the best, that are the most profitable. One is roofing, okay? 2 is going to be concrete. And then 3 is going to be landscaping. And I'll even throw a 4th one in there, is heating and cooling, HVAC. These are the 4 leaders where you can start these companies out, and there's more. But these are the 4 leaders with the largest profitability that you can start with almost no money out of your own pocket. And so if you go in and you do a re-roof and you hire a crew, you take 50% down. It's going to take you about 65% of the money in order to cover the materials and the labor. So now we go in, we cover the materials, all the labor isn't fully completed. So you're in a race, and the race is to get it completed to get this other 50%. Now with roofing, you're working at about a 40% profit margin, 35 to 40%. Concrete, you're working at about a 30 to 35%. Landscaping, you're working between 30 to 40%. HVAC, you're working at about 30 to 40%. Okay? Now, profitability. So what that means is if you take in, let's say, a $20,000 job. Now, how do you get these jobs? I just go door to door. I knock on doors. That's how I do it. But I'll tell you guys, for about $200-300, you can run an advertisement at $50, $75 a day for about a week on Meta. And if you just build out a little campaign, a little tiny ad campaign saying, hey, I'm Jerome Maldonado, I'm a roofer here. I'm a local roofer. If you want your roof redone, you have a roof leak, hail damage, or whatever it is, and you just tell them all the services you offer, call us today. And then you put your phone number on there, or email us or you have a little opt-in that you just click and they put a little opt-in page on there. You can hire a company to do that for you for almost nothing, and you can do it yourself. You can go in for a few $100s and you can sell this. Now I just go knock on doors because knocking on doors is free. And when you have sweat capital, I just go out and you create a business where you can go get this stuff done for almost zero to no money. Now you're racing through it. Now we're going to go back in. We're going to land up with about $7,000 in net profitability. And we're going to take 50% of it down, and then we're going to go in, we're going to get it done, we're going to race to the finish line on any one of these. We're going to take down $7,000. I'm going to go do that the next week. So over the next 4 weeks, I'm going to sell 4 jobs, and between 4 times 7, $28,000. 4 weeks. Some people are sitting back going, Jerome, I'm not going to knock on doors. I'm not going to create that stuff. Okay, that's how I did it. I did it in concrete. Okay, I did it in concrete. Now, when we go in, guys, that's one way. Second way is we do business lines of credit. Business lines of credit, you're going to get $5,000 to $10,000. I don't care if this business line of credit is charging 20% interest. Who cares? And the reason why is because you're creating a real business that's going to drive this exponentially. Now, once we find the lot, we're going to go in, and 2, we're going to entitle it. Okay. Now, we're going to go in, we need a survey. This survey is going to be free because we're getting the survey from the seller. We're not going to buy a lot that we don't have a survey on because we don't know what we're buying. We're going to need a topographic survey. That's not free. That's about $1,500. Now, we're going to also need an architect. So we're going to need an architect or a draftsman. Now, these guys charge between $1 and $3 a square foot, $1 to $4 a square foot. Let's say it's $2 a square foot. We're building a 2,500 square foot house. That's $5,000. Then we're going to need a series of engineers. If you're in California, you're going to need all the engineers. You're going to spend about double this on everything in the state of California and in the state of Washington and in the state of New York and in Boston, Massachusetts, and in Miami, Florida. But everywhere else, you're going to be in the other 90% of the United States, your costs are going to be very similar to this right here. So when we go back in, you're going to need a civil engineer. The civil engineer is going to cost you about $3,500. You're going to need a structural engineer to go in and stamp the drawings for the architect. The architect does the work on CAD or a like software, so don't pay them more than $1,000 to do the structural engineering. Now, when we go in, that's a total of $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000, $11,000. So altogether right now, let's say that's $3,000. We're at let's call it $15,000 to get a $1 million home out of your pocket. The one thing that I want to point out is that most people think they need to know the process of actually how to build the house themselves in order to go out and buy land and build houses. You don't. One of the biggest mistakes most people make is that they think they need to know everything from how to hammer, how to go out and saw wood. The reality of it is, I've never taught anybody how to go out and frame a house. I've never taught anybody how to go out and saw a piece of wood. And I've never taught anybody how to sit on their knees and do flooring. In fact, you're going to hire a team. The hardest part behind all of this is that you have to construct a team. But the good news is that that team already exists in every single market out there today. In fact, those trade skills are available to everybody in their own markets. It's just, how do you find them? And how do you construct that team to be able to facilitate their talents and attributes that they already have to go out and profit from them in your market? And that's exactly what I teach in my buy, build, and flip ground up community. Text me the word build to 505-560-0250 right now. That's 505-560-0250 right now. Let's build. Now, most people are sitting back going, Jerome, you said very little and no money out of your pocket. Pay close attention here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to bridge this money and take 100% of it right back out, and I'm going to be $0 in to my entire build in the first 30 days of me going in and actually going in and constructing that house. So if you have to take a bridge loan out, you have to borrow the money, you have to get a private money lender. If you have to go in and pay somebody 50% return on their money, meaning like, hey, can you give me a bridge loan for $15,000? You give me a bridge loan for $15,000, I'm going to give you $7,500 back in return. So it's going to cost you $22,500 in order to go in and get this $15,000. And I tell you, utilize it. Take advantage of it, even if you end up having to cost yourself $7,500 more dollars in order to get this out of the ground. That gives you bandwidth for tons of people to come in. Now, you have to have something tangible in order to do it. So you're looking for a set of blueprints and you're looking for a budget spreadsheet. Now you humanize your business and your build, and now it puts you in a position for strength to be able to go to the bank. Now, the banks are functioning on comps. And in order to get comps for the bank, and to get money from the bank, you have to have a set of blueprints. This set of blueprints is the key component. This is money right here. This is what you get money with right here. Without this, you cannot get money without that right there, okay? So the process of entitlements will get us this. This will allow us to go out and put a budget spreadsheet together. This budget spreadsheet is what the bank is going to lend on, and the appraisal of this right here. These two items will get you money. Now, when we go in and we do this, now for $15,000, we can go in and get construction lending on a house that's $1 million build, provided that you pay close attention here. When we go out, we have to do comps on like properties. Now, when we do that, the bank is going to do an appraisal. Let's say that the appraisal on this $1 million home comes in at $997,000 based on comps. Now, if our total cost to build this $997,000 home, including the land, let's say we paid $150,000 for the land, okay? Let's say we have $15,000 in soft costs for the entitlements, okay? Now, the rest of the build, let's say the rest of the build lands up costing us, with the land included, the entitlements and everything, we're at $670,000, okay? That's our total cost. Now, the bank appraised this in $997,000 based on comps. Now, the rest is what we call equity. So we have right around $300,000+ in equity, okay? Now, when we go in, our land's already paid for, our entitlements are already paid for, our build cost is already paid for. This is assuming our build cost is like at $165 per square foot, and in some municipalities it might cost you more. Now, listen, if the cost to build is higher in your area, and the land is more expensive in your area, no problem. The resale value of that house is also going to be more expensive, hence meaning that you're going to make more money. So I get that dispute all the time. People come to me and say, hey, Jerome, I can't get a lot in this area for $150,000. They just don't exist. And I say, great, well, then you're not going to get $1 million home. That's a 2,600 square foot house in your area either. You're going to land up with a $2 million home because the cost to build is going to be more. The value of the asset's going to be larger, and your profitability on your bottom line in your pocket is also going to be greater as well. Okay, now, when we go in, Most people think you need millions of dollars. You don't need millions of dollars. You just need a budget spreadsheet. We're going to go in. I'm going to put this 997 to work. The banks are the ones that already did the comps. They're the ones that gave me the number. I'm going to go in and put this 997 to work. And I'm going to put this $150,000 for the land right here so I don't have to pay for it. I'm going to put my $15,000 for my entitlements right here. Then I'm going to put my dirt work, my foundation, my framing materials, my trusses, my framing labor, my plumbing, mechanical, my electrical, my roofing, my doors, my windows, all of my trim items, my everything, all the way down, all my items, all the way down, 997. Okay. Now I'm going to take high bids and I'm going to put high bids on this spreadsheet. I'm going to put low bids on this spreadsheet. I'm going to budget to 670, and I'm going to make sure that I have quality contractors to get me finished right here, because I'm going to put this set of plans out to bid, and I'm going to fill out this spreadsheet before I even break dirt. I want to make sure 100% without a shadow of a doubt that I can afford to build this house for the profitability that I think I can, but I don't want to think I can. I want to know I can. And so I'm going to go in and I'm going to budget this house before I turn dirt. Now, we're going to go out and we're going to get the money from the bank because we're going to collateralize the equity. When we go out and collateralize the equity, now we're going to shop terms, okay? Now, when we go out and we shop terms, the bank's going to tell us, okay, we'll give you 75% loan to cost. If this is your cost right here, there's your cost, or loan to value. Well, we know what the value is because the comps just gave it to us, and your cost and your value can be the same number. So if we go in, loan to value. Okay. Now, if you're going to do a construction to perm loan, that's a loan to value loan. If you're doing a construction loan, it's going to be a loan to cost loan. Okay. Now, 75%, we take 997 times 0.75. That's $747,000. I don't need 747. I have 670 right here. But what's cool about this is I might have some interest payment that I'm going to owe during construction, and it might be equivalent to $30,000. So instead of me paying it, they'll do what's called interest reserve. They'll take that $30,000 out of the 747. So you're going to have $717,000 in proceeds right here. Do I still have enough to build? I sure damn do. It's 670. That pays for the land, my first draw. I'm going to take that $15,000 out on my first draw. I'm going to pay off my hard money lenders. I may even go back in. I'm going to pull a little bit of the extra that's on my high bids, and I'm going to go pay the other $7,500, and I'm going to pay that money back so that way I can start on house number 2. Most people think they need a ton of money out of pocket, but in the first 30 days, I go in, I get 100% of my money out. Now I go in, I use the bank proceeds, and I'm $0 out of pocket in the first 30 days, provided you have your spreadsheet right, you have your comps right, and you have a set of blueprints, and you've went through entitlements. These are the components that you need to go out and build million-dollar homes for six-figure profits without having a ton of money in the bank or in your account to go out and crush it on your very first build. If you want to learn the entire process of how to go out, find a piece of land, build a house, and profit over the next 12 months, then click and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Text me the word build to 505-560-0250 right now. That's 505-560-0250 right now. Let's build.